I remember one time you'll hear this often in my story. I was so obsessed with somebody, and I was talking to a female teacher of mine, and I said to her, "Oh God, I just want this obsession to end. I'm going crazy. I can't stand it." And she said, "Savor the obsession, because there will come a day when you're no longer obsessed." And what I didn't realize was what I was saying is, I'm possessed, and it's terrible. And what I now understand is the seat that she was sitting in when she was speaking to me, because she was sitting, in some ways, I think, where I'm sitting today. And that is where you pray to be possessed. You pray to have something move you and consume you in the way that I was consumed, to have something totally organize my thinking and my emotions and my feelings, to have something be that compelling and that important, something that would move me out of my everyday mind, so that all I could focus on was this electric magnifying energy that I can't escape no matter what. When you come into relationship with desire more and more, at first it's such a hide and seek game, and it always catches you, and you can't get out of its grips. And it's almost, this is a terrible analogy, but when I was younger, the older boys used to sit on me and do this on my chest, and they would put their knees on my, maybe this isn't good, but on my arms, and I couldn't move. I was just pinned. And that's how I was for a long time with desire. I would almost see desire coming my way, and I would just know I was going to be pinned. And I could be pinned by a small desire. And that just isn't the case anymore. It takes a lot to get me to go out of control. And when you practice desire more and more, what you and what you agree to, in a sense, is, or what you come to know, is that the only desire worthy of your response is the desire that really moves you. There's this kind of desire where you think, I want that, and you ruminate on it, and you dream about it, and you hunger for it, but you're just in your room doing that. The only desire worthy of my response at this time is the desire that gets me out of my bed at 2 a.m. to walk buck naked in the freezing cold over to somebody's house or whatever it is, in order to fulfill that hunger in a way that bypasses my pride. That's what possession does. Or the hunger, I have this hunger of expression right now that is so against my better judgment. Doing this is so against my better judgment. And yet the hunger is so compelling that I can't not do it. And then it's a feedback loop, because then the gratification for meeting that hunger is so great. And then, and then I go to bed, and at 2 a.m. is usually the time my better judgment wakes up. And it can finally say what it's been needing to say, that, Nicole, you need to stop this now and go live in a yurt. And yet, the decision I made is to have a life built on only this kind of possession and this kind of desire. And this kind of possession and this kind of desire is a mediocrity repellent. It may be bad. It may be good. But it's going to be really bad or really good. It is not going to be a milquetoast version of my life. And so then, it's like, you hit this point. Well, first of all, a small print. I want to make really clear that desire is not the Pope. Desire does not make any promises to protect you or keep you safe. That's not That's not the nature of desire. So if you're looking for that kind of, if you want to be a child within the refuge, desire is not the path to take at all. Desire is an extreme sport in that way, and it's disillusioning. Like it's really, I was so disillusioned. There's some part of my consciousness that remains a child's consciousness. And I agreed to serve you, desire. You should protect me from pain. And desire says, first of all, it's me serving you. You know, I disagree, but we're working it out. And so, at the same time, you have to live your life from your deathbed sometimes. You have to get into your deathbed, and you have to look back and ask yourself, was that the life I wanted to live? And not in the Instagram, you should have taken the risk kind of way, but like, was that the life I wanted to live? And you should know the life you want to live so that when you're in your deathbed, you can judge whether or not it was. I can tell you that, not joking seriously, maybe if I had died at even 35, I would have lived more than enough life. I'm on borrowed and bonus extra time now. Like anything I have is a luxury. That's how you want to live. You know, I like that, what is it? You go skidding into your death or something that, you know, you live so fully and then go skidding into your death. Like, I want every bit of me, you know, I want it to look good, but I want it fully used. And what do I want to conserve it for? I don't, you know, there's no reason, you know, to have preservatives in my coffin. So then it's like, okay, well, then what path do I want to take? And the only path that I can see to take is desire, because desire will take me into places I otherwise wouldn't go. And then I'm guaranteed the full throttle ride if I go that way. So then you begin to look at, or I begin to look at things not from avoiding consequences, but from risking my own life. And by risking my own life, I mean risking my own experience of being alive. Like, wait a minute, if I don't make that nerve-wracking call, if I don't confront that thing that has me in its grip, if I don't admit that I desire that, if I don't do these things, what are the consequences? I can tell you what they are. The consequences are that your life decreases in sensation directly proportional to the amount that you don't respond to those calls on your life.